Are we on? Yeah, so we're gonna make this a random topics, guys. I'm just speaking what's in my head, man, because y'all know I'm transparent with everything. I don't hide nothing from nobody. What am I thinking about? I think I'm almost ready for stardom, y'all. 333. I'm almost ready for stardom. People treat me like that, right? I walked into this all Asian bar slash restaurant, right? And when I walked in, it's kind of the same thing I got the last time I had walked in there. It's like they all give me this look like, first of all, they glad to see me, and they feel like I'm somebody. I can read the room. They feel like I'm somebody. And they're wondering who's going to be the first one to get me to sit down and have a drink with them. Maybe some sake or something like this, right? And then the smiles that I see coming from the women and all this other type of stuff. They think, I told y'all, I have a very recognizable face. Everybody around the world can look at me and almost like want to claim me in a way. They want to claim me, y'all, as one of them. Crazy thing about it, it's not like I'm dressed up in a three-piece suit or anything like that. I'm just walking in, regular clothes, but somehow I still stand out. That's a sign. That's a sign of a star. You wearing regular clothes, and you still look like a star, dressed down. Imagine if I had on a suit. So about, ethnic food. I've been thinking about when's the next time I'm gonna eat meat. I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. We got all these restaurants out here now. All these ethnic restaurants. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. The most healthiest ethnic food that you can eat is Ethiopian food. Asian food, they use too much MSG, salt, and it's a lot of gluten and sugar in their food, right? Indian food, they use milk in like everything. They don't use the right kind of salt. Same thing. Ethiopian food is the healthiest ethnic food you can eat, and it's the only ethnic food that I can eat like on a daily basis. I guess that means I should be looking for an Ethiopian woman then, huh? Because if you're gonna be around some people, you gotta eat the food they eat. Otherwise, they're not gonna be able to assimilate with you properly. But I'm gonna tell you something about this ethnic food. When it comes to Asian food, Indian food, all these other type of food, I used to think all ethnic food was relatively healthy. It's not. Again, I'll say this. The healthiest ethnic food is Ethiopian food. The only food I can eat on a daily basis and don't have to worry about no kind of allergic reactions is Ethiopian food. That's the only ethnic food that uses pure natural ingredients. Pure natural ingredients, down to the core of nature. Indian people, don't get me wrong, they use all that spices and herbs and stuff like that too. And then another thing about Ethiopian food, they don't use a lot of salt. The Indian food is too much milk, too much salt. But Ethiopian food is very little salt and more of the flavors, the spices, more than salt. And Ethiopian dishes don't use milk. See, you realize different parts of the world There's different parts of the world people can't tolerate milk. I'm pretty sure Ethiopians don't have a lot of milk in their dishes because most of them cannot tolerate milk. Whatever reason, Indian people can tolerate milk, which actually I know majority of them can tolerate milk. But I'm gonna tell y'all, there's some Indian people who cannot tolerate milk. You know, when you talk about India, India's a big country, man. It's a lot of different colors, a lot of different genetic codes going on with that Indian stuff. A lot of different type of stuff. Ethiopian is a little, people pretty much look the same all over Ethiopia. Whether they light skin or dark skin, they pretty much got the same look. But the next time I eat meat is most likely going to be an Ethiopian restaurant, and let me tell y'all, that shit is expensive. If I get a beef tips with a waze sauce and that injera bread, man, that shit $20-$25 with tip, easy. Okay, so I go back, I get some beef tips with a waze sauce, right? And then injera, remember the bread they use, right? Most ethnic cultures, they're still messing around with that gluten. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of those people do not know that gluten is what's affecting their health. I'm talking about all the other ethnic people, Asian, Indian. They come over here to the States, they don't know that gluten is not good for them, but they eat it anyway. Ethiopian people, they understand that white flour is no good. Ethiopians, they're a little more educated on the ingredients, I find. They use injera. Injera is a gluten-free flour. I think it's called teff. They use teff. I remember when I was in Las Vegas, I used to go to Ethiopian restaurants, and there was a lady there I used to be real good friends with. She understood right away when I told her I don't eat bread. She understood that, because you're supposed to be eating ancient grains. See, to Ethiopians, that's nothing. That's like, oh, okay, we always do that. Like, even before white flour was really bad as it is nowadays with the what is the thing? The thing that messes up the iodine in your body. That's in all your clothes, your fabrics, your car seats. Damn, what is the name of that shit, man? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. It's a chemical that removes iodine from your body that's in bread. Bread used to contain iodine. Now it contains halogens. I forget the name of it, but we're talking about halogens. So I'm talking to an Ethiopian person at a restaurant. They automatically understand that you're not even supposed to be messing with wheat to begin with. They understand that. They understand that milk is not good for you. The Ethiopian understands this. So the next time I eat meat, it's going to be from an Ethiopian restaurant, most likely. And then you think about the dish, like when you get Ethiopian food, they give you lentils, and then they give you greens, and then they give you stuff like yam. They give you stuff that's like really like grown, like really from the earth, man. Like really wholesome type of food. But just to close this out, I didn't think I was gonna spend so much time talking about ethnic food, but yeah, just to close this out, I mean, it's the way people treat me, man. I can no longer walk in a room and just pretend like I'm just like everybody. I'm just somebody walking. It don't matter how I dress. People know something's up with you. So yeah, y'all. I wanted to talk about some other stuff, but I can't remember. Y'all know how I go. I got lost in talking about ethnic food, so I know I might have to put that in the title. But yeah, it happens to me all the time, guys. I can go into an Asian community and they will want to sit down and talk to me. They might even buy my food, buy me a drink, just to sit down. So that's a tall tale sign that definitely stardom is in my future.